So when I met you, you were more knowledgeable than probably most of my patients, and you were very open to doing alternative things. Actually, you were seeking that, and so I felt like we were a really good match in that way. And initially we started with elaborate blood work like I do, because most people aren't looking deeply enough. And again, this is not wrong or right. It's just that throughout my experience of really getting a true sense of what's happening in the body, if we're not looking for it, we're probably not going to find it. And so a lot of what we did for you, for example, outside of just looking at Lyme's, the Lyme's panel, is what is your organ system, what is everything doing? So your adrenals, your hormones, your complete thyroid, not just a basic thyroid, but we want to look at everything. We want to do an ultrasound, right? So we looked at all of the necessary details, certain vitamins, certain minerals, and then we also did the live blood cell analysis, which for me gives so much information, because it's one thing to do a lab test and have a number, that's a quantitative amount, but numbers are very different for different individuals, and the body compensates very well. So it's also, for me, necessary to look at that blood under a microscope, because I want to see what's the integrity of the cells. And then there's so many things that we see in a live blood where we're taking a drop or two, putting it under the microscope in real time, seeing all the different things that live there, right? We're going to see how you're digesting food. We're going to see mold. We're going to see different pathogens, yeast, right? We're going to see parasites. So I want to take a complete look at you from the inside out. And I feel like that's necessary in order for us to come to the proper conclusion. So once we kind of got that going and it was time to create the treatment plan, I appreciated how open you were to, just going full force and getting this done. And so one of the primary things we did was detoxification, right? Like food, just starting with food, environment, and then really detoxing those things that were sitting in your body for so many years that needed to come out, because the Lymes and the mold kind of just came and added to what was already there. And so we needed to slowly remove that. And one of the things that I teach is, when we go in there, we don't want to go in and just swirl everything around at one time, because that can make you feel really sick. So it has to be kind of systematic, where we stretch you a little bit and make your body stronger, and then start killing or pulling these things out. And I feel like that approach works so much better for more people than not, because your system is already under a lot of stress. And